Welcome to Algebra 1. This is on standard form of quadratic function. The essential question is, what key information can you determine from a standard form quadratic function? Let's begin. This one's on standard form. The last one was on vertex form. Some things about standard form. Just like in the vertex form, the a value stretches and compresses the graph in the same way as before. It also reflects the graph. This is what's different. Finding the vertex is a little bit different because we don't have an h and a k. We have this b and c. So what you have to do is the x-coordinate of the vertex is negative b over 2a. And so you have to use that formula to figure out what the x value is. Then you substitute it in the x-coordinate to find the y-coordinate. So for example, in the case of this graph over here, my a value equals 2, my b value equals 4, and c value equals 3. To find the x-coordinate, I plug in negative b, so negative 4 over 2 times a2. So it's negative 4 over 4, which is negative 1. So that's the x-coordinate. Now to find the y, I substitute negative 1 in. So it's going to be y equals 2 times negative 1 squared plus 4 times negative 1 plus 3. Don't need that. And then negative 1 squared is going to be 1, so 2 times 1 minus 4 plus 3, which is 2 minus 4 plus 3. And that's going to combine to positive 1. So my x value is 1, y value is negative 1, so it's negative 1, 1, and that's the coordinate at that point right there. Negative 1, positive 1. So you have to do a little bit of work. It's also the axis of symmetry. X equals negative b over 2a. It still goes through the vertex. Another neat thing is that we can find the y-intercept easily. It's just the value of c for y. So for example, and 0c. So for example, that same example as before, our c value equals 3. So my y-intercept happens at 0, 3. And that's that point right there, 0, 3. Okay, moving on. Graphing is the same way as you would do a vertex form like the last video. Discriminant, another topic for this. The discriminant, remember we did the quadratic formula, negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Discriminant is that part that's under the square root sign. So it's the b squared minus 4ac. What's this used for? Well, it's a useful way to figure out how many solutions we have for a quadratic equation. And solutions are where the function crosses the x-axis. So it happens right here, here, and doesn't happen at all for this graph. So when the discriminant is positive, you have two real solutions, and it happens where it crosses right there and there. When the discriminant equals 0, you have one solution, and it's basically going to be at the vertex, because it's just the vertex hits no other points. And when the discriminant is negative, that means you have 0 real solutions. That means the graph never crosses the x-axis. So for example, I want to find the number of real solutions for this. I use my discriminant. My a is 2, my b will be negative 3, and c is 7. So discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So it'll be negative 3 squared. Oh boy. Negative 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times 7, which is 9 minus 4 times 2 is 8 times 7 is 56, which is going to equal negative 47. That is the discriminant. Since it's negative, we say 0 real solutions. All right, let's try some examples. Pause the video. All right, I want to graph. My a value is 1, my b value is 2, and c value is 3. So I got to find the vertex first. So for the vertex, the x value equals negative b over 2a, which is going to be negative 2 over 2 times 1, which is negative 2 over 2, which is negative 1. To figure out the y value, I'm going to plug it in. So y equals negative 1 squared plus 2 times negative 1 plus 3, which is 1 minus 2 plus 3, which is going to be 0. So my vertex is at negative 1, 0, and I'm going to plot that negative 1, 0 right here. Now I've got to find 2, and my axis of symmetry will go through that point. So I'm going to draw a dotted line through that vertex. I'm going to label that vertex negative 1, 0. Now I want to find a few more points, so I'm going to create a table. And I've got my first point is negative 1, 0. I'm going to plot 2 points to the left or right. I'm just going to choose 2 points to the right, so x equals 0 and 1. If you're plugging in x equals 0, we get y equals 0 squared plus 2 times 0 plus 3. And so y is going to have to equal 3 because the 0 squared and 0 cancel out. Now when you plug it in 1, you get y equals 1 squared plus 2 times 1 plus 3. So that's 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is going to equal 6. So applying those 2 points, 0, 3, and 1, 6. 1, 6. Okay. So there we go with my graph. Does that make sense? That seems off. Oh, I guess it's right. Okay, so I got enough. No, I don't like something about that. Nope, looks good. I'm going to mirror this. Alright, sorry there was that delay. And I'm going to graph a shape of this. And that's roughly what you get. So there's the graph of that parabola. Try another one. What is a discriminant? Pause the video. Alright, your A is -1, your B is 4, C is -5. So discriminant is going to be B squared minus 4AC. So in this case, it's going to be 4 squared minus 4 times -1 times -5. So you get 16. -4 times that, it's going to be +4 times -5 is -20. And that's going to equal -4. So that's the discriminant. Number of real solutions, since it's negative, we're going to say 0 real solutions. And that's your answer. That's it.